What about gyms? The Sun this week reported that gyms would not be opening anytime soon. We may have to wait till the autumn until they do. Let's speak to 11-time Paralympic champion Baroness Tanni Grey-Thompson. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good. Also chair of the industry body ukactive. And look, when we talk, Tanni, about gyms, and I know, interestingly, we're kind of focusing on Middlesbrough, and you live not that far away from the area that we're talking about. We're not just talking about necessarily, the posh private gyms, are we? We're talking about the whole range of leisure centres, of just places that people can go and work out and just, or play sport, get together as teams.
Well, in all, UK gym and fitness industry is more than 7,000 facilities. It's 189,000 staff, 10 million members. I don't think people always realise the size and scale of the sector. It's worth nearly 8 billion to the economy. So it's a huge part of the sector that wants to open safely in the right way to enable people to remain fit and healthy. We know that being fit and healthy is a really important part of fighting this, staying out of hospital. Yeah, we do know, it can affect anybody, but being fit and healthy is even more important right now than it's ever been.
So how can this be done safely? How can you have proper social distancing in a gym?
Well, I mean, the sector has worked amazingly well and really collaboratively together to work out a framework which has been submitted to the UK government. The sector wants to reset. So it's looking at its arrival. It's about social distancing, moving machines, thinking about the flow of the equipment, the class sizes, enhanced cleaning. There's an awful lot that can be done. And it's been amazing to see, people doing a lot at home, but actually going into a gym or leisure provision is a really important part of how people communicate with each other. There's access to equipment that actually probably nobody apart from Paralympic athletes might have at home. So it's a really important part of people staying fit and healthy and well.
So what are you talking about? A one-way system to get round the different bits of equipment if you're in a gym?
Yeah, absolutely. And, people, are very good anyway at sharing equipment, seeing who's where, moving around. It's about actually in everything that we do, having to reset how we live our lives. We've done it in supermarkets. That's about social distancing. It's about wiping things down. It's about cleaning. So I think we can do it in other parts. And what the sector say, it's not asking for an early opening, or it's asking the government to make the right decision, to really carefully consider the position that gyms and leisure centres are in, and to think about the schedule of reopening. Because what happened with, announcing a roadmap, and then there's been a vacuum that's allowed a lot of speculation and a lot of sort of discussion to happen about when they're going to open. And actually what really is needed for everybody is a really clear timeline and a sensible timeline of when gyms and leisure provision can open.
If it doesn't happen until the autumn, will we see gyms closing permanently?
We will. I mean, the last estimate showed that there were 2,700 facilities, 100,000 jobs at risk. That will grow. And the sector's, I think, really sensible where, facilities can't reopen safely or it's not financially viable to do so. They take that on board. But the government is going to need to support this, as they do. They've got a difficult balancing act with everything they're doing. But, you could be talking hundreds of thousands of jobs ultimately if we don't have a sensible discussion about what that timeline is and people know the reality of the timeline rather than just, gossip and speculation.
Yeah, thank you very much, Baroness Tanni Grey-Thompson, who is chair of the industry body which represents UK gyms and leisure facilities, ukactive.